Welcome to Laramie, Wyoming, and one of the highest elevations you will find in all of college football. And it is home to the Wyoming Cowboys, and they have a taste for the spicy brown mustard. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wyoming Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Falcons will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Wyoming Cowboys offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, Dave.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play. He can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Dropping back, it's Darisaw. Going over the top. Snags it down the right side. He's loose. Pass the tag. Touchdown, Wyoming. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Falcons' offense will go to work for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just... wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Intercepted, and the defense is set up. What a nice play, and even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18. Great place to start for this offense. Give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Darisaw. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. They'll try the outside to the left. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Touchdown Falcons! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Caught over the middle. It's Schultz. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Schultz. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out.
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They're quickly in a 10-point hole, trailing 17-7 and needing to put together a drive. He'll toss it. Powers through the defender.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just given time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Air Force.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Already going back and forth, and they have a 3-point lead up 17-14. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Duff. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Cowboys racing to the line in a hurry up. To throw, it's Darrisaw. Picked off, what a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Falcons. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not in the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Ryan, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The corners are walked up tight. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The give to the back. Got a little space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Darisaw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the ground with the counter. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the tailback. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Falcons come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it up the 25 in stride. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Air Force.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the gun, running back gets to give. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Cowboys moving quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll try it over the left side. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run play action. He wants to take the top off. Reels it in down the left side.
dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it up from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
That's a nice-looking run. I'll tell you, when it comes to the academies, I know the Air Force is known for being mighty in the skies, but on the football field, it's what they're able to do on the ground. Year in, year out, they are so dangerous toting the rock, whether it's the option, whether it's conventional, whether it's spread. These guys are dialed into what they want to do, and they wear defenses down.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down, looking for more. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Falcons look to keep this drive humming. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Looking to fire. Hit as he throws. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He wants to throw it. Fires downfield. Found a seam. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Falcons want to pick up the tempo. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They get to the line quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Looking to throw, it's Darasol. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll toss it to the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Falcons have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches.
And that will be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. It's him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown Air Force. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Oh, he got loose. Counting on the Jets. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the passing.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Darasol. Under fire. Touchdown, Wyoming. Fitted in the window for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up to turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Falcons.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
The Cowboys are in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Darasol. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Just keep swinging it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Air Force. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense... reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to.
Trying to get behind the defense. Catch inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Grabbed in the middle. It's Drake. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Falcons.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Daraso. Working that left side now. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
You got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, who's got a better seat there today in Laramie than you do?
And the Cowboys will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Got enough for the first down. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. And the Falcons are on the move. Gets the back moving. Toss sweep to the left. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Here comes the option. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The Falcons headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Air Force.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Dropping back, it's Darisaw. Catch in the middle, it's Thriver. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush is on him. He'll throw it. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat in this passing game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Oh, my
And
God.
the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Wyoming. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to turn the corner on the left. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Oh my God.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw, it's Darisaw. The quick out. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Cowboys are threatening in the red zone. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle at Schultz. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the single back. Spins away from the defense. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Cowboys line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Motion from the back. He'll toss it. Gets it past the marker. At the 45 on his way. Hits the afterburners. Touchdown Falcons. And the beatdown has ensued.
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball on the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They
breaks into the open. He's at the and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like that. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run the toss. Finds a little space. Got the first down and still on his feet. There he goes. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Air Force. And the stomping has commenced.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Cowboys. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Toss to the outside. And some room to work. Forced out of bounds right. 33-yard line, really good pickup there. Now over 150 yards on the ground for Air Force. He's a force on the ground.
Yeah, and you have so many options with this offense. You don't know who's getting the football. But I'll tell you one thing. The day he's having, you should start focusing on that option because Air Force is going to continue to give him the football.
Quarterback may change this route. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Darasol. Catch in the middle, it's Driver. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
To the air on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He'll take a shot.
Oh my God. Fucking bullshit.
Well, that was easy.
Pass rush? Question mark? I mean, you got to affect the quarterback. These quarterbacks are way too good nowadays. You can't blame the secondary. Who am I going to go point to back there? Defensive line has to do a better job making that quarterback feel uncomfortable. He can't have that long to throw the football.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they could have stopped with that return at the 22. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down and led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating.
There he goes. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Falcons. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Rides the back and leaves it. Fighting another broken tackle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Fires one high and deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense.
And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Right down the middle. Easily enough for the first down. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Cowboys are marching down the field. Let's go, let's go. Looking to pass, it's Darasol. He tries to take the top off. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. He'll try to tack on one more.
About those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Sends it back in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got enough for the first. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the back in the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. They have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
They'll run the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good, the hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Falcons trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Air Force. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the end zone. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Got it in the middle. It's Schultz. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Cowboys will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Darrisaw. It's complete on the right side. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Wyoming. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Makes the grab. It's Burgess. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the catch. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Slips away. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Line is set on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Darrisaw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 20. Takes it the other way. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Falcons, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
They'll immediately call timeout. Second and long here, but objective number one, keep that clock moving. Takes a shot. That's reeled in. It's Jamison. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Falcons want to move quickly. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
There's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Oh, they're after him. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense, playing the pass, breaking on the football. And
touchdown, Falcons! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here we go. Looking downfield, it's Darrisaw. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.